I don't see anything wrong with bringing your children to drag shows.
Should you be able to bring your kids to a strip club?
No. I gave them access to kids, the most vulnerable part of the population. They've done nothing to the world. They're innocent. And you're going to put them in situations.
I told you that this is the next step of the woke agenda.
And you're going to put them in situations where, okay, put yourself, this is weird, but put yourself in the mind of a pedophile.
Disown El
If you were a pedophile, what job would you do? The one that where you get to twerk in front of freaking kids.
What do you think your main demographic is, Pearl?
Men, but on the Wife School channel, it's like, it's higher women, but it's like mostly men that watch.
Do you think that they're like OnlyFans subscribers, or they're like what type of men?
I mean, they're just like normal guys. I think most of them. I mean, there's guys that donate. Like, there's people that donate, so I'd imagine like they have some discretional income. I don't know. I'd say when I meet like my fans or whatever in the street, they're just like normal guys. I don't know.
They're not incel-y, they're not weird, they're not creepy?
I've only met one super creepy fan. And that was a man that paid $500 to hit on me for 30 minutes when I told him that if he kept talking to me like that, like I was going to end the call, and that I did. So, you know, if he wants to waste his money, who am I? Sometimes for 30 minutes, $500, like literally to just hit on me for 30 minutes straight.
Wait, what? Someone paid you that?
Were you not listening?
No, I wasn't. What?
Why'd you ask me a question if you weren't gonna listen?
I was reading the chat because they were, wait. Someone paid you $500 to hit on you?
Yeah, I said the only weird experience I've had is a guy, and this guy was like on benefits. He was overweight, like he was obese on benefits. He pays, cause my one-on-one times are like $500 for 30 minutes. Which I know people will be like, but look at, this is what I charge. And it's like, that's for YouTube help typically, or like sometimes it's just for super fans. And he paid this to just try to hit on me for 30 minutes straight. And I told him, I'm like, if you're going to keep talking to me like that, I'm going to end the call. Like, this is a professional call. And, yeah, no, I just ended the call and took his money because I warned him. Like, I didn't even feel bad. Like, I told you not to do that, so.
Someone in the chat said that you're better than this, Pearl. You don't need to do this for money.
Better than what?
Like, they're saying you're an OnlyFans girl now.
I mean, I think OnlyFans girls would probably lead him on and try to get more money from him, but, you know.
Yeah, Red Pill is not a polygamy privilege.
It's meant for YouTube help anyway, those calls. And like, honestly, the stuff I help them with would have saved me a lot of time. Definitely $500 worth of shit I spent on, so.
Bring out some drinks. No, I'm not drinking tonight. You don't drink either, right?
Mm-mm.
You don't do drugs? Okay, good. W Pearl, the guy's a loser. Did you feel bad at all?
I don't know why
you do drugs?
I don't.
What?
I don't know why you're giving me that look. Do you mean like weed? I barely do weed. I do weed maybe
I don't know.
once every couple months.
All I know, I was like, is my sister a stoner now?
No, you
I feel like
guys, you guys got this impression because I got a pair of pants as a gift.
What?
My boho pants.
Oh my gosh.
I got those as a gift, and suddenly everybody's calling me a stoner. I'm like, guys.
Look at it. All I know is that you and that one friend, but whatever.
I'm not friends with her.
I know, thank God.
Why'd you cut her off?
She started dating somebody who I thought about getting a restraining order against.
She's a weirdo anyway. She's weird.
He would like call me like 300 to 400 times in 30 minutes because she was coming to my house. I have screenshots of him. It's so bad. And I blocked him, but he downloaded the thing to get around the block I had in his phone number.
But back to the oh my God. But back to the call though. I didn't really feel bad for ending it because it's like I told you not to do that. So
simp.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like if I say it's for a YouTube consultation and you come in unprofessionally, like I'm not gonna. And you wasted my time, so it's like, yeah.
She vapes for sure. You don't vape?
No.
You got Giga Chat? I don't know what you mean. Fit check, Pearl? They're asking you to do a fit check.
I called her
Fit
Kim
check.
Possible. I thought this was funny.
Like what, they can't see it?
No, it's fine. They just want you to stand up. Dev Premium says asked to rate herself. Yeah, what would you rate yourselves on a scale of 1 to 10?
What do you mean, like looks wise or personality wise?
Looks wise.
Say 3.
Like
Damn.
a 5.
3? What the hell? That was the lowest I've ever heard when I asked this question.
Yeah.
Ask her about her whale rape story? No. Please use this money to buy some watermelons to share with Pearl, and that's from Nigco. Belly check, no. Better not say 10. Yeah, I've never heard a girl say 3 or 5 before. Sneako got the call? What are you talking about?
Really?
Okay.
I always say
Bro,
5.
these people still want me to talk about Jews like in here right now. What do you...
What about Jews?
It doesn't matter, bro.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. They're saying the red pill is that your sister has been convinced to not have children so that the tremendous gifts handed down to her for survival of your family's DNA will be used to make Jews money.
How, Sway?
I don't know. I feel like our family bullied each other enough where we know we're not 10s.
That we're not what?
10s. Like, I don't think any of us would call us, like, the girls.
I'm just being logical. Girls hold themselves to so much of a higher standard. I'm like, guys, let's be realistic. You're not a 10. We know this. Like,
I just feel like I wouldn't get as much flack for the way I look if I was a 10.
I'm just saying,
like,
if I was a 10,
I just get too much of it.
I'm just saying, if I was a 10, I would have been like asked to homecoming in high school. I'm realistic.
Yeah, it's like if I was a 10, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like even the manosphere guys, I'm like, I'm on your side and they're calling me man.
I'm just saying, if you're a 10, it doesn't matter what your personality is. Somebody will ask you out at some point. Like,
I mean, you had a boyfriend.
Okay.
Chinko says, please use this $1 to buy a pot noodle to share with Pearl. Okay, thank you, Chinko.
A pot noodle?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's Asian food.
Oh, okay. I like Asian food.
Have you seen Libs with TikTok before? Maybe this will help you. Maybe this will help with your botness.
Why don't you just get a
really wanna watch
headphone
this, 'cause I think that they're
and
annoying.
multiple, like...
I think the overly political side of TikTok is annoying. Either side.
But arts and crafts is good?
Yeah, because nobody, like, has an opinion. It's just, like...
You don't like opinions?
I just think that TikTok is not the place to be sharing political opinions.
Why not? Well, here's woke people, and this is why we need to have more people talk about it. This is Libs of TikTok, because there's one specific ideology that they're pushing. This is what they're doing in school. Today, we talked about the pride flag, what we notice on it, and where we're all seeing it flying at our school. We are learning what it means to be loving and inclusive to all members of our community.
What?
Look at these children.
What was in your room?
You have a gay pride flag in your room?
No, mom and dad threw it out.
Allah Akbar!
W parents. Look at these little kids.
Thank you!
W parents.
Thank you!
Why would you need that in your room? You see how woke is the new religion? I tweeted that today, and like that's exactly what I'm talking about. All these people who don't believe in God, they believe in the gay pride flag. The cross for you people, for depressed, vaccinated fucking libs, is the gay pride. Like they pick this. Wokeness is their religion. And now, like, look at how they're indoctrinating the children. Like, this teacher has nothing. Bro, they should be learning about history. They should be learning how to do math.
Tell them what they showed you in school.
What?
You, Mrs. Garrigan, or whatever the hell the ladies.
The CNN 10 thing?
They showed her CNN in school, and this is in Catholic school.
Indoctrination. Catholic school.
They pay them to not indoctrinate our kids, and this is what they're showing the kids, CNN kids in the morning.
Just brainwashing them at 8 a.m.
User
Nick,
honey
I see the
mustard
camera.
hoe. I shall explain what fair pronouns
Her pronouns are fey fair.
are. So fair pronouns are very
You know what's mean? I don't want to. This is you if you don't take the red pill in 5 years.
I don't think that'll be me. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna like stop somebody from changing their pronouns to that, but like
You got the same
I
nose
don't
ring.
understand it.
Same nose ring, similar hair color.
Yeah, she used to have long, pretty hair too, pretty red hair. Not this fake.
common noun self set of neopronouns. Neopronouns are pronouns that aren't he, him, his, she, her, hers, or they, them, theirs. Any neo-pronoun hate, please leave at the door. I don't want to hear it. Here's a handy-dandy conjugation guide from a neopronouns conjugation guide at Tumblr. And quotes like, Faye is my friend. I saw Fair yesterday. This was fair request. That book is Fair's. Faye loves fair self. Hopefully that makes sense.
Doesn't make any
I just
sense.
wanted to give like a little guide and show you how to use them. Again, any
Oh, this is great reaction content.
Don't they look kind of? I mean, I'm just saying, like similar swag.
hate, please leave at the door.
What are your pronouns?
She, her.
Okay. They're getting rid of gas stoves. And now they're, look at that, tampons in the men's restroom at...
Yeah, what do you think about the trans people?
What do you mean?
Like, do you think that we should call them by their pronouns?
Yes, I think that everybody deserves to have their pronouns respected.
Really? I feel like we shouldn't be forced to fuel delusion. Like, if you're white, why should I be forced to call you black?
I think that's different
Why?
because that's your race.
But they're doing it with gender. If you're a man, like, why am I forced to call you a woman? It's like
They're
you're forcing everyone else to live in your delusion.
I don't think it's a delusion though. I think gender euphoria is a...
You don't think it's delusion when they chop off their to look like sex?
Look what happens
Like,
when...
what if I painted my skin brown?
That's different.
No, what if I painted my skin brown and said I am black?
But you're not black.
Oh,
Okay, same shit.
Okay, it's the same.
If I dress up as a girl, doesn't make me a girl.
Not if you're doing it like as a...
It doesn't matter what the reason is.
But
If
what if-
Pearl is
what if-
convinced that
what if-
she's
yeah,
black and she paints her skin black, it doesn't make her black.
It's different because one has a history of being like, that's a race. There's a difference between a race, a gender, and a sex. Those are three different things.
What's the difference?
A sex is what you're like, that's like male or female, that's like your chromosomes.
Uh-huh.
And your race is like your what is it, heritage, I think it's called, or whatever. Like if you're like
Yeah.
Mexican, if you're black, if you're white.
So you could change
And
your
then
chromosomes but not your heritage?
sex is different than gender.
What's the difference between sex and gender?
Sex is what is the chromosomes. That's like if you're born male
So
or
what's
female.
gender?
And then gender is what you choose to be. So if you want to be non-binary, if you want to be a woman, if you want to be a male.
So what if we made up a second term?
Wrong.
Like we say race. So let's say race and heritage. What if we just started saying heritage?
You can't
I
change your
can
heritage
change-
though because that's the past.
Okay, so what if we started saying race? I could change race. It can't change my heritage, but my race, what I identify as.
Okay, and also just let me debunk that nonsense you just said that you can choose your gender, because if you look up the definition of gender, it says the male sex or the female sex. Gender and sex are the exact same thing. There's no difference. That's TikTok. That's 11 hours of TikTok brainwashing you. Gender and sex are synonyms.
I think that there's different meaning. So,
What you
what's the
think
right
is
word?
wrong, like, it's just not true. Because this is the definition of gender. Especially when considered to social cultural differences rather than biological ones, or one, a range of identities that do not correspond.
What if I'm just gonna start saying I'm black? It's the same argument, E. It's like, why do we let these delusional people tell it, like, you're letting these delusional people bend reality, and they're forcing all of us to play in their reality. What you think they should be in our bathrooms?
I think if they've had the correct operations to change it, then yeah, I don't see a problem
Why do
with
I
it.
want a dude in my bathroom?
It's not a dude
Okay,
though. That's a
if,
woman.
okay. If
So
Steve-
only if they have the... So, okay, now you said first you said you could choose your gender. And now you're saying if they have the
can't just-
operation...
You can't just. It's the same thing with like trans
No,
people
but
in
you-
sports though.
No,
Let me give me. a
But no,
second.
what you said doesn't make any sense, because first you said gender you could choose.
You can choose a gender.
And now you're saying you can only go to the other bathroom after the operation.
I
So,
think bathrooms should be sexed, not gendered. I think that a bathroom there should be like.
so what determines
whatever.
when you're trans? When you choose it, or
I
when you
think-
snip your dick off?
No, trans is a mindset, but it doesn't mean that you can just go to the other.
But you said after they get the operation, so it's not a mindset.
It is a mindset. That's transitioned. Trans is just choosing to be whatever gender that you want to be. So if I right now said I want to be a male, I'm not going to go use the male bathroom because I still
Should
am
they be
female.
able to?
I'm still female presenting.
But should they still be able to, even without the operation? Because when you said the
If
operation...
they're male presenting and they
So they dress like a man.
So if Sneako puts on a dress, can he go in the bathroom?
No, because that's not the gender he considers himself.
No, but like, what if you just started?
Okay, I consider myself female. I put on a dress.
If you seriously consider it, and then
who determines how serious it is?
The person.
Okay, so I'm saying it's serious. Who are you to tell me that I'm not, that I can't go to the bathroom?
I know you're not.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
Because you consider those people to be mentally ill, or like not mentally ill. What's the word?
I think they're mentally ill.
Do you see how?
Because they're delusional. They're delusional. You're forcing all of us to literally live in your delusion.
I just don't think it's a delusion.
How is it not a delusion? Okay, you're telling me it's not delusional to
That's
chop off to be the opposite gender, or sew one onto you. You're not saying that's not delusional.
I don't think it is. No.
Oh my god.
I think there's nothing wrong with being trans.
Okay, do you think they should play in our sports?
That is, you have to be. I think there's a level, because if they started their transition, if they're like you need to be nearly biologically the same to be in the sports, because like when you were having that argument with the person who got like, I think, what was it, like the swimming, whatever, I don't think that she was far enough along in her transition to be competing with the females, because there's a point in the transition where you're basically female, like same like body mass as a female, but I think that you need to be far enough along in the transition to participate in the same sport.
Okay, this is what happens when you put up with this shit.
I can't believe the horse lady did all this.
Watch this video real quick. Watch this video real quick.
It was absolutely the horse lady.
It was not the horse lady.
Absolutely.
This is a drag queen twerking and performing sexual dances in front of a young child as the child hands him cash tips at a family-friendly drag show in Texas.
For in drag shows. This is every drag show.
No, do you think that's okay?
There's kids here.
For to put the kids there.
I think if the parents choose to have their kids there, it's not like, it's the parents' choice. Then you know what you're signing up for when you walk into a drag show.
So parents should be allowed to bring their children to drag shows?
I don't see anything wrong with bringing your children to drag shows.
Should you be able to bring your kids to a strip club?
No.
What's the difference between a drag show with this and a strip club?
You're not going to see
this shit is this is a drag queen twerking.
With pole dancing. Pole dancing isn't just in strip clubs. Pole dancing is an actual like type of dance.
So yes or no, you should be able to bring kids to a strip club? No. But it's different with drag shows. Why? Because you're not seeing naked people. What are you talking about? It's a sexual dance. They're stripping and so he's shaking an ass right in front of the kid's face. Look, she's tipping.
Their kids go to that, should be jail time.
Yeah, like
jail time.
What are you talking about? Genuinely, kids. There's no place for children to be here. Period. There's no like debate about that. It's just twerking. I don't see an issue.
You think like a 5-year-old should see twerking?
Allah Akbar!
The West is done, chat. The West is absolutely fucking done. Like,
and this is the crazy thing, Sneako.
It's just twerking, kid. Like that.
It's just twerking. It's the same.
What the fuck do kids have to do seeing that? Why do kids need to see that?
It's just twerking. There's no need to like sexualize twerking. It's just twerking. You're shaking.
Twerking is sexualized. You're shaking ass.
Then stop sexualizing it. It's the same thing with like boobs. Why do people sexualize boobs? It's for babies to drink out of, not.
They're already sexual. That's why we cover it up. Like you can't just, bro. What are you talking about?
Don't sexualize things for your kids, and then you won't have a problem.
So where do you draw? Where do you draw the line?
What do you mean? Like
What should we not sexualize? Like, what if a drag queen was shaking its dick in front of a kid? Should we stop sexualizing dicks?
Out and naked. I think we should stop sexualizing everything. But dicks, the specific purpose for them is to, have sex. Like I'm not gonna just.
What about?
Boobs aren't to have sex. Those are literally to like men have nipples because they can produce milk if a baby like starts sucking on it. I don't know if you knew that, but yeah.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, boobs don't need to be sexualized. There's no reason for it to be.
Okay, so are you also saying we should stop sexualizing dicks?
No, because that is made for sex.
See, so her argument
Well,
is
ass, what about a drag queen shaking
ass
its
isn't
ass?
made for sex. Ass is made to cushion your tailbone.
so everything should be out except for vagina and dick. That's all acceptable in front of a child.
I mean, if we stop sexualizing
You don't
it
think
now,
twerking is a sexual dance?
I think people made it a sexual dance. I don't think it needs to be sexual. I think it's just shaking your butt. Like...
You know what's crazy, chat? You know what's crazy? I just want to say. We grew up with 2 conservative parents in a 2-parent household where we were given everything to
But
God's
you know what you're
finger.
saying is bullshit, right?
I
There's a
think it
reason
is.
that you have a shirt covering your boobs right now, because you know that would make you uncomfortable because they're...
society has sexualized it for me growing
So
up.
what society thinks matters. You can't just think everything is a construct. There's a reason that you won't twerk right now, because you know it is sexual.
I also don't know how to twerk. So, like, there's no reason to sexualize it. Like, if I have kids, I don't care because...
All right, maybe you shouldn't have children. Like, you just don't have kids. It's absolutely insane how far the left has gone, where they think that it's okay. Nah, I just showed a video of a drag queen twerking, and the kid was handing money on the drag queen's ass, and you're like, that's fine. Unbelievable, bro. Unbelievable. Narnock91 says, Sneako and Pearl, I'm sorry for your brain cells. God help us. No, that shit, that's genuinely really crazy. And you don't care. It's just, she's just like smiling, like, but there's nothing I could say. RIP to the West, bro. Like, this is the future that our kids have. And there's just nonstop, all this is the woke indoctrination. And said there used to be crosses in school. There used to be actual lessons, gay pride flag, Black Lives Matter.
That's so true.
And this is the result of society. LA, a completely liberal city. Look at it. Look what happens when you let drag queens twerk in front of your kids. Look at the destruction of the city. No, that's actual mind control. And it's funny that you say that you don't like when TikTok gets political, but there's a reason, because you spend 11 hours a day on TikTok. You think that drag queens twerking in front of kids isn't political. You think it's not part of an agenda. You think it's normal, because anything else that goes against that agenda is political to you. Drag queens and all this woke nonsense, that's just the norm to you now.
I think that it is political, especially because clearly it is. I just don't care if I had kids, I don't care if they would see that growing up, because I wouldn't make it sexual.
Yeah, don't have kids.
Yeah, so I don't know why you're arguing with me to have kids. And I'm like, I'm not. Like,
Well, yeah, and I didn't know that you thought that drag queens twerking in front of kids is a good thing.
I didn't say it was good. I just don't care because I'm not going to sexualize it.
Okay, you don't think this drag queen thinks that this is... So what's the point of this if it's not sexual?
She's having fun.
Why is she having fun shaking her ass in front of kids? Genuinely explain that to
She's
me.
performing.
Eva, you don't
Performing what?
You don't think that...
What's this performance?
She's dancing.
You don't think that opens the door...
What the fuck?
You don't think that opens the door for pedophiles? Like, if you're allowing twerking in front of children...
This is what I'm talking about, chat. The next step of the woke movement is in normalizing pedophilia. That's the next step, bro.
It's not normalizing pedophilia.
That's
it's making
100%
things
what it is.
sexual.
What?
It's just not sexualizing things that don't need to be sexualized. I'm not going to say
If
that...
it's not sexual, then why even shake ass in front of kids? Why do that? Why are you performing? Why are you doing a dance for kids?
The kid just so happens to be there. She was going to do the same dance whether or not the kid was
That's
there.
not true. The kid is handing fucking money on the drag queen's ass.
Yeah, because she's giving her money. Like...
Well, okay, so the drag queen went on to touch children. Would you not think that encouraged it?
I mean, it
Or
might
allowed it? Let's say put them in a position that gave them access to kids, the most vulnerable part of the population. They've done nothing to the world. They're innocent. And you're going to put them in situations...
I told you that this is the next step of the woke agenda.
And you're going to put them in situations where, okay, put yourself... this is weird. But put yourself in the mind of a pedophile.
Disown L
If you were a pedophile, what job would you do? The one that where you get to twerk in front of freaking kids. You don't think, like, and then saying, oh, it's not sexual, when you know that guys are turned on by shaking ass.
I think there's...
It's not a choice. It's not a choice.
I just think that there's a difference between, like, what that video... Like, that video the drag queen, she was gonna do the same dance whether or not it was towards the kid or
Well,
not,
okay,
like whether the kid was there.
But the kid was there.
We
could
say the strippers were gonna strip in the strip club anyway, but we still shouldn't have kids in there. If the weirdos want to go to the drag,
strip clubs have people naked.
But drag shows half the time have people.
Why does it matter if they're naked? If you're saying that boobs and ass shouldn't be sexualized, then why does it matter if it's naked now?
Because they are sexualized right now. I don't think they should be sexualized, but they are sexualized.
So, in your opinion, vaginas and dicks are the only thing that should be sexualized?
Yeah, because that's the only thing that sex is.
What about you're for trans people? Two women together, there's no dick involved, there's no reproduction. They're just touching each other. They're having sex. They're aroused. According to the woke people, no. Because one, you're saying sex is only when it's reproducing, dick and pussy. Because
no, I don't think sex is only reproducing.
Okay, so what is sex to you?
Sex is sex. Like,
answer the question. Because you're saying you have big opinions that ass and titties aren't sexualized. What is sex?
Sex is being sexual. Like,
okay, how is shaking ass sexual?
If you put it in that context, but I don't.
Who decides the context?
The people, society, like people who are raising you. Like, I just don't think that things need to be sexualized that are sexualized.
The Bible says children are innocent, thanks to Boston, and need to be protected. It's why these Satanist leftist demons promote this and go after kids. Rapture is coming. This is a complete clown.
No,
a two won't be missed when history leaves her behind. Thanks, Jesus.
It's like, I don't understand why you wouldn't want to protect children. Like, you can say the world, like, stuff shouldn't be sexualized, but at the end of the day, like, it is. And so it's like, people can't say that, well, twerking is just twerking if they have their clothes on. Like, why would twerking in front of a 5-year-old be okay? So, like, let's take the trans stuff out of it. If I myself got in front of a 5-year-old and started twerking, you don't think that that's wrong?
I think it depends on the context. Like, if you're just dancing on a stage and there's a kid there, like, whatever, you're just twerking. But if you're doing it to be sexual to the kid, that's a different context.
How do you know the difference? Because the pedophiles aren't going to come out and say, oh, I'm a pedophile.
Oh, I'm actually not aroused by this. They're just going to do it.
Yeah. Like how would you know?
Me shaking ass in front of this kid isn't sexual because I'm not aroused. Like, bro, how do you know their intentions?
It's the context of the situation. Like, if I just start randomly, like, doing random, like, sexual dances in front of a kid right now, like, obviously I would be going for the kid, but if you're doing it in a show that you do it in every night, that, like, this is a routine, like, either way you're going to do this shit, like, it doesn't matter who the person is.
So it's okay that a 5-year-old kid placed money on an adult's ass while it was shaking?
The kid was there. Like,
it's yes or no. It's a yes or no question. That's okay?
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't matter.
All right. It's over. Chat, there's 7,000 people watching. Just protect your children. This is why I'm saying that woke indoctrination has gone too far. This is completely, like, when they start normalizing this stuff, it's the destruction of society. Sneako, this is top tier deflection of accountability and principle, and this is why your platform is necessary, clown world. No, like, genuine, everybody watching this is the prime example of why you need to homeschool your kids, why you need to take it, because woke is brainwashing these people in real time. TikTok, social media, everything that they consume is normalizing pedophilia. That's the next step. Protect your children.
Well, we tried.
No, but you laugh about it. But, like, it's genuinely crazy to me that you think that twerking in front of kids is just, like, context or some shit.
I just think it's a dance. Like, who cares?
It's not just a dance. What if it was a dude and he was humping?
Humping is different. That is sexual.
That's the reverse of twerking. That's, like, if a man was thrusting on stage and then a little girl.
Because that's shoving your dick into someone's face.
What's the difference between shoving an ass in a kid's face? The pussy's right there. It's right where the ass is. What?
It's not. If humping, a woman can hump too. She just doesn't have a dick. She's not humping.
No,
a child.
but Eva, that's like twerking is because that's like the move.
If I'm thrusting on stage, if I get on stage in a thong and start thrusting towards a kid, and then you get upset, I'm like, no, it's just a dance. Are you gonna have a problem?
I just don't think that. I think twerking, it's different. Like, if you were doing it from a distance from the kid, and the kid's not like.
No, not a distance. The same distance as what the video we just watched, where the fact that you could place a dollar bill on my thong where my dick is, thrusting in front of your kid on a stage doing a dance. Is that okay with you?
I don't care, honestly.
Clown world. This shit is over, and I think it's a good example of why, like, religion's necessary, Islam is necessary. Imagine if you had a kid and then your mother was okay with some fucking freak on a stage dressed up in a costume thrusting while your kid tips him, a 5-year-old, and it's like under the guise of this is a performance. That's not a performance. They are acting on their fetish. That is genuine pedophilia being normalized in real time. We need to find God, and this woke shit is gone too far, bro. Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I try. I just feel like
Wow.
I really do try. But I'm like,
But she doesn't even, they don't care. I mean, this is why like woke is the real pandemic. This is the real
it's a disease.
No, this shit is infecting people's minds.
I didn't realize.
No, she's not trolling, chat. This is genuinely what she believes. There we go. Dudes jerk off to titties because they are sexually aroused by them. Girls get fake titties because they want the man to have better sex. Same with BBLs. Her point of view is insane. Yes, bro. Like,
Yeah, what do you think about that?
You see how like it's like gender is a social construct. Titties and ass are a social construct. Being aroused is a social construct. It just nothing even makes sense anymore. Slave mind, chat. Resist the slave mind. Woke is the real problem. There's a drag queen performs sexual themed dances for children as toddlers hand them money. This is all the time now.
Wait, let me see. Oh my god. That is so weird. And like it's confusing children. Like the kids shouldn't even know what trans people are.
No, they should be like baking cakes. They should be playing sports. They should be having fun.
Yeah.
It said your kid is now with. If you follow the woke ideology, this is where your kid ends up.
I have
at
one
a
thing to say.
literally a strip club for gay
You
people.
better work, bitch.
You don't think that's bad?
This is genuinely. This is okay to you?
Yeah, I don't see an issue with it.
Allahu Akbar!
What's the purpose of doing this?
It's fun. It's like, what's the purpose of going to Disneyland? You go there because it's fun.
They're equating pedophilia
Okay.
to Disneyland.
That's not pedophilia.
Eva.
That's exactly what it is.
No, that's
Okay,
performing.
Eva, if I twerked on the stream right now, am I being sexualized or am I sexualizing myself?
I think you're humiliating yourself.
So why is it humiliating now?
It's Hannah.
No, okay, well, what's humiliating about her twerking?
I don't know if you know how to.
No, okay, but
Okay,
say she
that's
twerked.
not the conversation.
Oh, it's just fucking. In April, Boston is hosting the world's biggest satanic gathering, but you have to show proof of vaccination to enter, and they require you to be 18 plus to enter. God bless. Yeah, the Western world's over, chat. It's time. I think this is proof for everybody. Any man watching, like, this is proof
It
that
can happen to your kids. Look at my
This is happening,
sister.
yeah.
2-parent household, 2 conservatives.
Brainwashed by woke.
Catholic school. And the libs will still get your family. They will still brainwash your family. Our whole family is conservative. They will still protect your children.
Is pedophilia good or bad?
Bad.
Okay.
Why would you prey on children?
Okay, is opening the door to pedophilia good or bad?
That's not opening the door to pedophilia, though.
Okay, twerking in front of a child. Eva,
That's
you were
because
too. Here's the thing.
society makes it seem like it's sexual. It doesn't need to be sexual.
How does society make it seem like it's sexual?
Because they make it something sexual.
How? Explain that.
Because it was sexual to begin with, and now you're normalizing it.
How is it society?
Nah, unfucking believable,
Because
bro.
that's what people when they.
Because it's arousing to people. That's why society
It's the same
determines
thing
it.
with, have you ever seen a toddler and boobs? Toddlers don't see boobs as sexual. They see it as food.
Okay.
There's videos of toddlers literally.
Thanks, Tony. She has no idea what good he is, and she deserves to be alone with the cat, bear, and the dialogue.
Toddlers don't have sex. So why would they see something as sexual if they're not mature enough to have sex?
Ignorance says, stay sharp and protect your mind.
What happens naturally to guys when they hit a certain age?
That's because people tell them they should be aroused by them.
So you think guys are attracted to boobs because people tell them that they should be attracted to boobs?
I think that
That's
that's
your
what
premise.
it is.
That's your premise.
Yeah.
You don't think there's anything natural.
I just think that doesn't need to be sexualized.
Eva, it's because guys are attracted to boobs because it's like a sign of fertility.
Chad, this is a perfect example of why you should delete TikTok now and just utilize it for your own benefit. It's brainwashing people. Another teacher.
How do you determine what is society and what is natural? How do you tell the difference? Because kids can't naturally have sex, so you can't say that, like, if kids aren't sexual, it's because they don't have sex. Kids shouldn't be having sex. We agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
So
this is what happened. No, this is a perfect example. So this is a drawing that some kid made after like going to this stuff that's normal and stuff like that. A kid is making drawings with gay pride flags. Pronouns matter. Age does not matter. They are normalizing pedophilia in real time. Every time you take them to these drag shows, every time you think it's fine or it's not sexual, they start getting brainwashed with pedophilia. Kids are saying age does not matter.
Put yourself in the mind of a pedophile. Okay, like if you were a pedophile, doesn't that sound like something a pedophile would say? Oh, twerking's normal.
No, because
society.
they're doing it with malice intent.
Right, but remember, nobody's gonna come out and say I'm a pedophile. Nobody's gonna the bad guys aren't gonna tell you they have bad intentions.
I know, but they're gonna try making kids sexual. These people aren't making kids sexual.
Okay.
They're just performing.
But okay. So let's just say if I was a pedophile and I say, oh, I'm just performing. Oh, the kids just happen to be there. You don't think that would be a surefire way to get access to children?
It might be, but like.
Okay. And wouldn't it help you to say, oh, boobs aren't sexual, and kind of try to make it normal? So you say, boobs aren't sexual, society just says it's sexual. Wouldn't that be a way to get access to children? If you try to normalize sexual behavior so the parents don't think anything of it. So if you try to normalize, oh, twerking's no big deal, right? And you start to say, it's society, it's not biology, let's try to normalize it. Don't you think that would be a surefire way to get access to children?
It might be, but there's just a difference between, like, I'm sorry, but like if you're performing, you may.
Oh, there's you. We found Pearl. Yo, W Pearl in the chat. I keep scrolling, and there we go. Good job, Pearl. Drag queen does a sexualized performance in front of a child at a family-friendly drag show. This is okay with you?
I just don't see an issue with it.
Okay. Like her clothes, her attire, that's okay. Look at the kid getting brainwashed in real time, chat. Look, like the kid just is like so confused.
Do you think?
Look, L father, and of course he has a fucking mask on. Of course this is sexualized. Look what she's wearing.
Do you think that's confusing to children to not know the genders? So like when we're confusing the genders.
No, I just think that you just need to explain it to children, just how you show them boy and girl. Like, it's not that hard to add one more.
Okay, she doesn't want to learn. I'm moving to Afghanistan. W Taliban, Islam, Allahu Akbar. There's a lot of Muslims in the chat. Type of one. I think this. Sometimes I think you guys are right, and this is the only solution. It's like I understand why you guys laugh at traditional conservative Christians in America because it doesn't. Yeah, it's not working. But yeah, clown world. Yeah, all the Muslim type of one. Why is this shit a thing? Because they think it's woke. This is the real pandemic, is the woke mind virus. This has been proof right here on the stream. It's not COVID, it's not climate change, it's wokeness because they're coming for your children. And this year you'll see it in real time. You guys think I'm exaggerating when I talk about it. When you get to that point where they're twerking in front of your children, handing money on it, normal, like teaching kids how to tip strippers, 5-year-olds, that's when society is completely collapsing. This is why I'm saying, like, we need to get a lot of money. You need to get strong. You need to resist the slave mind and get out of here. And why I want to move to Dubai, because I'm done with this shit.
You want to move to Dubai?
Yeah, well, I want to get out of here. On a real though, postmodernism has people thinking, thanks, Top Snake Eater, has people thinking nothing has actual meaning. So something like twerking in front of kids is completely justifiable. It's only perverse sexual behavior when men do it. Yeah, see, that's why she was hesitating when I said if I was thrusting in front of your kid, because they think that anything that's not masculine or heterosexual to men is acceptable. So if you're a man and you dress up as a girl and start thrusting in front of a kid, it's normal. If you're a heterosexual man doing a strip dance in front of a kid, they're going to be afraid of it because the woke mind is teaching that men equals bad. Testosterone is bad. So you can cut your dick off. You could be like have a beard and then would be wearing a dress, and it's normal, it's cool, it's woke, and it's accepting, it's trans, so it's fine. They are teaching us that men are supposed to be bad. Anything that we do, anything that is sexualized as a man, that's why Andrew and Tristan are in jail right now, because they've been very open about the fact that they're heterosexual, and they're getting them for the lover boy method. It's a crime to seduce women now. It's a crime to have women fall in love with you. If they were trans, they wouldn't go to jail. Cardi B has openly drugged and robbed men. I said this at the beginning of the stream. She's been said, I drugged and stole from men. And they clap her up. And it's fine. It's great. Empowered queen. This is exactly what's happening, man. There's a very clear attack on masculinity. If you are a man and you cut your dick off and you change your gender, you can fucking twerk in front of a kid. They are trying to normalize pedophilia. They're trying to destroy the family from the inside out.